Hello, Janny here for Vlog Every Day in February challenge, and here I am on the third day, having done a vlog every day so far, but you know, it's only 3 days because I started late. And I'm in my little yellow studio. I'm sitting here looking at another blue sky, which is lovely. Yay, sunshine. And I'm all dressed in green and got the flowers on today because today, opposite the art house, but as one of our events, we are running a seed swap. And if you've never heard of seed swaps and you like growing things, then look up seed swaps because they're a really fascinating movement, and they're a chance to get some really interesting varieties of seeds and seeds that have been locally harvested, which are always much easier to grow because they're adapted to your local conditions. So it's something that is a really fantastic cause as well to support. There are all sorts of silly laws about not being allowed to sell seeds unless they have a really expensive license. So it's real people power to gather and save our own seeds and then swap them with other gardeners. So yeah, seed swap today. Yay! So last night we had another great night of music at the art house. A very talented young woman called Anya McCloskey and her band, and it was really fantastic music. She plays accordion and I love the sound of accordion. It just makes me happy. So yeah, it's been an intense weekend. I'm in the middle of quite an intense weekend. A little bit sleepy because I've not been up long. And yeah, I thought it was a good thing to talk about in the middle of this very busy weekend where I really have hardly been home at all. I thought a good thing to talk about was how important it is to get out of the house and get yourself along to events that are linked to your interests, like the seed swap, like a live gig, workshops and so on. It's something I feel really passionately about, is that it is really, really important that you get out of the house as much as possible and go out and experience your local community and what there is to offer. Now I'm going to put a little caveat in brackets like this, little legal disclaimer. I know that there are some of you out there who are chronically ill, who have very stringent caring duties, perhaps caring for a relative or child or parent, and I know that there are people out there who have mental ailments that mean leaving the house is too challenging. And I do not mean you in this rant. I just want to send you mwah, so much love and tell you that I don't mean you. You look after yourself and give yourself the care and the solitude and the safety that you need. Now, who I'm talking about is people like myself who are very busy, have lots of excuses, very tired a lot of the time because, you know, working hard and lots of things in life, but who are making excuses for not getting to the things that they want to get to. So, you know, you can come home from work, excuse me, come home from work and you intended to go out to that book club, you intended to go out to that knitting group, you intended to go out to your art class, you were going to go to yoga, but you came home from work, you felt a bit naff and you put on your pajamas and watched Netflix instead. And we are real victims of the fact that we have so much entertainment at our fingertips at home. We have Facebook, we have Netflix, we have ebooks, you know, there's so much. If you come home of an evening, you know, your house is probably stocked with all sorts of things, books and art materials and things to do. And of course it's wonderful to have a night in and watch films, it's wonderful to have a night in and make art or read or listen to the radio, but I think we suffer a little that our homes are such sources of entertainment and so complete, like a little complete fiesta of things to do, that we get into the habit of not going out. And if you don't go out, you can become very isolated. The internet is no substitute for getting out into the real world, interacting with people who are local to you. And I run a venue, so yes, I'm biased. I want people to come out and support my venue. It isn't enough for people to say they love what we do at the art house. It's wonderful, don't get me wrong. I love reading the positive comments. I love seeing the encouragement on Facebook and Twitter and everywhere. But we need people to come through the door. We need people to come to an event. We need people to bring a friend for lunch. Otherwise, we won't be there. And, you know, finances are always tight in a small business. So every £10 or £5 you spend is so meaningful to us and so important to us. So, yes, I'm biased. As a venue owner, I want people to come out to my venue, but I also want people to go wherever you are in the world, out to groups, venues, classes, wherever you are. Get yourself along to a singing group, to a drumming group, to a writing group. Get yourself along to local community fairs in the summer. Get yourself out to a gig. Please go and support your local musicians. Go and listen to a band you've never heard of, because if they get famous in 10 years, you can say that you saw them before they were famous. Didn't think about that, did you? So, you know, it's so important. And I go out a lot, considering I work in the evenings on weekends when most things are happening. I go out a lot more than I used to. And certainly I would say starting to go out changed my life completely. I left university. I'd, you know, done an art degree. I'd had this wonderful artistic community around me. I was so happy. And then I moved away to a small town and I got a cubicle job, and I just didn't know anybody. And within a very short time, I felt awful. I felt like really, really lonely, like badly. And there was no Facebook, so I couldn't even connect with people via social media. But that wouldn't have been enough to lift the loneliness that I felt. And I got into African drumming. I started going to an African drumming circle. I started going to musical and theatre performances as much as I could. And I went and joined a singing group, and I just got myself out of the house and dragged my then husband out along with me, like the drumming. So it was so transformative for me. And what I did was I bought a paper diary, and if I saw a leaflet for something I wanted to do, I stuck it in the diary like an appointment so that I wouldn't miss it. And I recommend doing that. You know, if you use an electronic diary or you use a paper diary, write in the event you want to go to. And if they have tickets, book the tickets, because once you've spent the money, you're much more likely to go. You're not going to want to throw away your money. So, you know, book it. When you see something you want to do, go, write it in the diary, book it. That's it now, locked in. And I really can't recommend it enough. So I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to leave you with the thought that I would like you to leave the house more often. Get out there and experience your beautiful life and your beautiful community, because there is so much going on. You have no idea. So have a wonderful day. Get out of the house. And I will be back tomorrow to tell you all about Seed Swap. Bye-bye.